April and welcome back to our channel. Today what I have for you is another cafe culture video because it seemed that my last one got some really good reviews from all of you and I'm super thankful that you all liked it, so I'm back with another one. And for today I will be reviewing a cafe which is unique because you actually get to take a selfie of yourself and then they will print it onto the top of your coffee, which is super cool. And so this cafe that I will be reviewing today is called Caface and it is located in Hongdae. So without further ado, let's just get started. So like my friend Barry and I had mentioned in the previous video, we are going to be judging and talking about these different coffee shops based on 5 criteria, which are the first one is location, the second is coffee, third is atmosphere, fourth is staff, and 5 is miscellaneous. So I will be talking about all of these various aspects about Caface Cafe. And just to let you know, I am back in the States now, so I was unfortunately unable to film these cafe culture videos with my friends who went with me to these cafes, and I do miss them. Shout out to Barry and shout out to Barbie, who were my friends who went on many of these adventures with me, but you will see them in these various clips that I will be including, so I hope you enjoy that. And so the first criteria we will be talking about is location. So for location, this is located in Hongdae, and if you've been to Hongdae, it's a little complicated to explain because it is a huge area, but basically there's one street in Hongdae that is the main street where you will see various things from eateries to bars to also like a very specific street of, what do you call them? Like boutiques? Yes. And so in terms of the location, I would give it a 4 only because it is in a very convenient place in that Hongdae is where a lot of people hang out to go to cafes anyway, but it is located on a little turn, and so if you don't look, you'll miss it because it's not on the main street. You have to turn away from the main street. The next criteria I will be talking about is coffee, and this includes various things from the different types of coffee they have, the menu they have, as well as the taste itself. So in terms of the price, I think the price is relatively decent if you just get a regular type of coffee. I will include a clip of the menu here, but as far as I remember, the coffee prices were standard from around an average of 5,000, which I think is very normal in terms of Korean prices. But you have to add an extra 2,000 something to be able to put your selfie on top of your coffee. So I think in total I ended up paying around 7,000 something Korean won, which would equal to about maybe like roughly $6.50 or so. So I think it's a pretty decent price for a unique type of coffee. And in terms of the menu, they have the average menu of drinks you want to get, from Americanos to lattes to different, coffee drinks. And you can get the selfie on top of both iced or cold drinks. And so the cool thing about this coffee shop, which I will be talking about now, is that, like I said previously in the introduction, you can actually get your selfie printed onto your coffee. So what they do is they have a little selfie booth, and then you can take a picture on one of their phones, and then it will send it to their printer, and they print your selfie directly on top of the whipped cream of your coffee. So in terms of the overall coffee experience, I would give it a 4 because I think printing your selfie on top of a coffee is such a unique thing that is really memorable. However, the only thing missing was that the coffee was very decent. It didn't taste extraordinary, and in fact, I ordered a hot vanilla latte, but it was served pretty lukewarm, so I think that was the only thing that was bothersome. But in terms of the rest of the overall coffee presentation, it was excellent. So 4 out of 5 for me. The next criteria is atmosphere, and this includes, of course, various things like music, the overall ambiance, the space, the decoration, tables, etc. And so Caface is a very clean-cut cafe with a very white, clean interior, and it's very beautiful. I think they have plenty of tables for different people, and one of the best things, which is where my friends and I got to sit at, was a big booth. They also have various tables, including a bar area where you can just sit. So in terms of the tables, I think it's really good in presentation. The music was really good. I think they played some like light pop music in the background. And yeah, I think it was very clean, very cute, big windows, and so for the atmosphere and the space itself, I would give it a 5 out of 5. I think it was very welcoming and very unique. The next criteria is staff, and the staff at Caface Cafe were incredible and they were extremely helpful. And as you know, I was a foreigner in Korea, and so my Korean skills were not that great, but the baristas there were speaking in English so they could help us. The baristas were very kind. They helped us on teaching us how to order because it is a different experience. So they told us how to take a picture and etc, etc. So in terms of staff, they were very welcoming, very kind, and they could speak in English, which is a plus for foreigners. So I would give them a 5 out of 5. And the last criteria is of course miscellaneous, so this is anything else that we thought you should know about the cafe. And so first of all, it comes with an indoor and outdoor section, so it has a little patio area, and I'm assuming that you could smoke in the outside area. However, there is no smoking room inside, so that's just something you should know. In terms of Wi-Fi, they did have Wi-Fi and it was quite fast, so that's good. And of course, the unique factor of this cafe is that I have never been to a cafe where they can print your selfie onto the coffee, and it looked incredible. The picture was sharp, the coffee was quite good, the atmosphere was great. So overall, for miscellaneous, I would give it a solid 5 out of 5. Overall, in terms of the rating, I would give Caface a solid 4.6 out of 5, which is pretty good, and I would definitely recommend all of you to go there if you have the chance. The staff is great, the experience is wonderful, and it's something that I think I'll remember for a really long time. So if you have any questions about this specific cafe, please leave it in the questions below, or if you would like to see a video on any specific cafe, please leave that in the description, or wow, the description, I can only write there, sorry, in the comments below. And other than that, I hope that you are all enjoying this beautiful holiday season. As you can see, my family still has the Christmas tree up, and it's nice to be home. I hope that you are all having a wonderful time with your friends and family, and I will see you very soon. Bye!